underground dialogue. We gon' tell the truth, we ain't scared like a lot of y'all. Matters who they are, do we bow? Not at all. Dropping bombs on this wicked world, so it gotta fall underground. Underground dialogue. We gon' tell the truth, we ain't scared like a lot of y'all. Matters who they are, do we bow? Not at all. Dropping bombs on this wicked world, so it gotta fall. From the industry to the Oval Office, we expose the darkest motives of them all and disclose what the protocol is. Thinking and moving logical, stopping every maneuver possible, and apologizing for truth is not optional. We gon' help you with what you go through, reshape and mold you, and sweep over them weak lies they told you. If you living with no clue, we gon' deprogram the old you, and you get to keep your soul too.
What is going on, man? It's your big brother Cave, man. Y'all tuned in again to another episode of Underground Dialogue Podcast, where the name speaks for itself, man. I got my brother Keith Stowe in the building.
Already, man. We got a good guest this week for you, man. We got a good one.
The man in the middle tonight.
Yes.
Man, this brother here, when you think about, I'm going to use just rappers as an example. When you think about rappers, you can name a bunch of rappers off the top of your head that have made an impact, that come to your mind. But when you think about business-minded individuals, CEO, the person behind the camera, the person who decides to put it all together, it's a lot of people you can name too, but not many of them have been like super successful. We got a brother with us in here tonight that has laid a foundation, has established something in the southern region and in the music industry on a whole that, in my opinion, has placed him right up there with anybody else to do it. Because like a lot of the other independent labels that come along, he had to get it from the mother.
Yeah.
This brother is a businessman, a business genius. We talking off camera. Man, look, he has branched off into other forms of entertainment and other forms of business that have allowed him to be successful in the, I want to say, 20 plus years you've been in this thing?
Yeah.
So we honored to have our brother, owner, CEO, establisher, Wreckshop Records, Mr. D-reck.
Yes, sir.
We honored, man. We honored, man.
You got to share some of them steroids so I can get
Look. This dude, he like to shoot slugs in the kiss.
Yeah, man. I'm just, when you get old, man, I'm 54 years old. Well, I'll be 54,
He's 73.
Listen, man. I'm 72, man. I'm 72. Don't be that man. Well, tell us, man, because the first thing I know a lot of people might be asking, they might be saying, man, where you been, man? What you been up to? Because people ain't been seeing you, just seeing you out like that.
Man, shit, surviving.
Yeah.
I'm really meaning that, man. I tell kids, people talking, maybe asking for some advice, and I say, man, survive.
Right.
Period. You know what I mean? And with that, like, reinvent yourself and be, like continuously try to grow and be who you need to be. So, when I need to do the music, I need to do the music, man. But it's also, I need to be a father.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I need to be a brother. I need to be a son. And so a lot of that, the older you get, as we was talking about earlier, man, I was being some of those other things too, man. And I had to kind of like, give that time to that, because you can get in this music game when you're just going so fast, man, and everybody betting on you and you betting on yourself, and you put everything on hold, waiting on that bet to cash in, and then the next thing you know, you look up, betting on cash in, and then, man, you done missed, the last year of your grandma's life. That was precious.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? You look up, man, and then you ain't, you know what I'm saying, you done miss Christmases, all the holidays, doing shows, you always on the road.
Yeah.
So, I gave myself a break, but then God also helped give me a break. You know what I mean? And then I started doing some other businesses and really, you know what I'm saying? I'm glad of that, man. And then a couple of years ago, my son graduated from high school.
That's amazing.
I was like, you know what? It's my passion, it's being creative. So let me go throw something back out there, man, and let them boys know. Because life is competitive.
Yeah, no, without a doubt.
So
you was competitive.
They start writing your name out the books.
Yeah.
Every now and then you gotta throw something back out there just so they know I do good work.
Come on, man.
Man, you do amazing work, because to this day, to me, honestly, when it comes to just like the music, but also combining it with the movies, And I was just thinking earlier today when Kay was saying he was doing some work, doing some research. I was thought about it. I said, man, now what movie that we've had in Houston that can outdo the Dirty Third? You know, you got H-Town Mob, you got all these things.
That's a great question.
But you set that bar so damn high that I don't think it's been reached yet.
That's a great question.
I don't think it's been reached yet. And then you go back and do another one.
Yeah.
And then you bring in some heavy hitters too. And then the thing about the Dirty Third that I always respected, the first one was classic. Then you step it up on the second one. And now you done stepped it up total. It's on Amazon Prime.
Yeah.
How's it going?
Man, I mean, you know, for me, honestly or truthfully, I like to cook.
Okay.
In real life.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I got a cold gumbo game. I got a cold chili game.
Okay.
But you know, like anybody that cooks, sometimes it come out better than others and all that and everything. We cook don't always be where we want it.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, it's like so far, I'm looking around the room and they eating.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm seeing people chewing on it. And as time go on, time will tell, you know what I'm saying? But that's what I do, everything I do for it, man. You know, it's not about money, man. I like true to our culture. I love it, man. And I hope that it's something that people proud of and that it do reflect the energy that was put into it. And if the people love it, then I'm going to be happy, man. And so far, I've been getting good feedback on it. And I'm just praying, you know, that everybody really enjoy it and digest the messages and stuff that I put in there and not conflict that with, you know what I'm saying, promoting the wrong things. Because it's important to have people understand, you know, the whole thing is about growth.
Yeah.
The film is about growth and evolution.
Yeah.
Knowing that we can't stay in the same place. You can't stay doing the same thing. You can't stay the young nigga on the block when you ain't the young nigga on the block.
Yeah.
And if you are that young nigga on the block, don't be looking at that like that's no lifetime. But commitment, man, you gotta be like, I gotta grow through this and now elevate myself and become somebody. So that's what the message is, and I just like people to know that it ain't about shooting no niggas, man. Most niggas get shot by niggas.
Yeah.
It ain't about robbing niggas. It's about us coming together, working, growing, evolving, and finding out that if you're a real hustling, successful nigga in the streets, then you can be a successful entrepreneur.
Man, come on, man. I want to go back to the beginning.
There we go.
I want to find out what put you on this journey in the first place. What was the moment you decided to say, man, you know what, I'm gonna jump in this music thing, and I'm gonna build up a label and a roster, because the roster that y'all had at Wreckshop, man, when you was at its peak, man, that was right up there with anybody in the game, in my opinion. What's the beginning of your journey that made you jump into this, bro?
And where you come from as well?
Man, I come from the country, from Beaumont, Texas.
Beaumont, okay.
You know what I'm saying? I grew up like window unit, air conditioning, 1 or 2 rooms.
I got you.
You know what I'm saying? Gas heaters on the floor. We playing, get fussed at for down there running into it, get burned on your arm and shit like that. So, you know, just, you can't be what you can't see. So just my whole journey for me been straight from the mud, you know, to where I am. But I always wanted more, man. I believe in do it all, nigga. Like, don't tell me you want out the streets or you want out of poverty, but you gonna only do one thing. I always believe do it all. So hit the nigga just as much as you go hard in the streets, nigga, go hard in the classroom seat.
Facts, yeah.
Like, don't tell me you want it, nigga, if you ain't willing to sacrifice. So you can't just do what you want to do. You gotta do what you have to do. So long story short, man, the journey took me down a path where it was kind of like a mixture of street shit with book shit. And once I kind of realized who I was and what I was, and you know, that was like in my 20s, and it was just about being an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
It was like, I'm not working for nobody, I want my own shit.
Right.
And so it wasn't about, I want to be in the music business. No, I wanted to be an entrepreneur. I wanted to own businesses, and I owned several businesses and a studio, and then that's what led me into music.
What gave you that spirit?
Yeah.
Where did you see that from somewhere, or you just had it in your heart?
I really feel like I had it in my heart, man. I used to cut grass and everything. I was like, you know, I had trouble because I had a bunch of my grandfather had a bunch of lawnmowers, so I had got the yards, and then one day 2 ladies wanted me to cut their yards at the same time, and I couldn't be in 2 places at one time, so I had my cousin go cut one. I gave him half the money.
Right.
And I was like, Then I had another yard, so next thing you know, I got 2, 3 niggas out there.
Light bulb.
They cutting the grass.
You making the money?
And my grandfather seen me eating a cool cup. It was a cool cup.
Yeah.
He came and slapped the cool cup out of my hand. He told me I was lazy.
Hey,
That was
man.
smart.
But I didn't even know I was being a broker.
Without a doubt. Yeah.
That's how
That was in you. That was in you,
it's
man.
music business, but I'm business music. You know what I'm saying? Some people music.
So, in the establishment of Wreckshop Records, how did that develop? Because when you started Wreckshop, you didn't bring in necessarily a lot of artists that people never heard of. You was getting guys that was already kind of known out there. How were you able to attract those greats that you had and then mesh all that together like that?
It's a combination of 2 things. Well, first and foremost, God, because the same way I'm sitting here talking to y'all, man, I you know, because I ain't no Pat, you know what I'm saying, or Kiki. So first of all, just to have the audacity to come from Atlanta and even pursue these guys, and how that happened is, you know, from T-Tubbs to my nigga T-Skis, I just knew they did a concert and I just approached these guys. But that's one side. God gave me the opportunity, and I think the Spirit allowed them to know I was going to be an asset to them as well. But then on the flip side too, you know better than I know that all these guys, the way we see these guys now, even the way people see all of us, that ain't what we was.
Right.
You feel me? So when I first signed Pat, it wasn't like, okay, the fat Pat everybody know now. And I'm talking about from an artist level. That ain't the fat Pat I signed.
Right.
Wow.
I didn't just, you know, that people think it's like, okay, you signed Pat, and I went to the radio and they just played the record. No, they didn't want to play, you know.
Yeah, without a
They
doubt.
didn't want to play no local music. I know you know. You laid the foundation for everybody. You paid dues to even make that happen.
Right.
So, and then we paid dues to make it happen for Slim and them.
Right.
So it's always been a building process, but then when they look back, and you even look at a Slim or Paul Wall and them, I'm just saying, who they are, how we have put these guys now, that's not what they was. But I drove across Texas with Pat Record, and Kiki had just got Don't Mess with Texas. That his single had just got, and I used to try to piggyback off of that, but they still had not believed that the artist from the Screw tapes, and if be honestly, that any local artist was gonna get that type of respect. Man, I remember going to Scorpio and them, and we fought, and then finally we got 2 slots. We had the 2 local record slots that we all had to compete for. And so, you know, I much credit Mo. You know, when I signed Mo, nobody wanted to give Mo no artist deal.
That's my favorite one.
Everybody wanted Mo to sing hooks. But nobody didn't really see Mo as a solo artist.
I thought that was the genius part.
Oh, I ain't never think about that.
I thought that was
Nobody
genius.
wanted to sign Mo like that. They just wanted him to sing hooks. Same way they wanted Ronnie Spencer and Billy Cook to sing hooks. But nobody saw Mo but No D, my partner,
No D
my
gets
brother.
freaking, he gets so underrated. That damn screw he put out, that Motop, it should win some damn award.
I should have started talking about nothing I did without talking about No D, Laura on the office side, the whole team. What's up to Dirty Dollar? You know what I'm saying? We really operated like a family and a clique, man. So, and No D was the musical side of me. So my nigga know I love him. We still like this. So, but I know it could be done without him. But at the same time, he the one that saw the genius in me. And I was even as a businessman like, no more.
And what year was this? Give everybody to understand that.
I wish I knew, man. But somewhere in the
late 90s,
late 90s, early
2000. Cool.
And we just built around Mo. We just built around him.
So Mo was the first?
No, Pat.
Okay. So give people a quick rundown of some of the artists that you actually had in that Wreckshop.
So first it was Fat Pat.
And
then Pat passed. Then ESG came home from prison. And we brought E in. And then after E, of course, like I call them the homegrown artists, the ones that just truly, originate. That was D-Gotti, Pimp Tight, and then those were two like homegrown artists or groups. And then Mo came, and then right before I made probably one of the, I ain't gonna say it's a mistake, but when I signed Pokey. So then when Pokey came, that's when we was finna checkmate the game.
Right.
We was about to checkmate.
Right.
But I already had been in some legal issues, and I tell everybody, man, right before you finna make your move, that's when the devil come. And I don't blame nobody but myself, but I fucked up and revoked my probation right when I signed Pokey, right when we signed Mo into the deal, right at something I had been working for 12 years, 10 years prior, and I got right there, and God put me right there, and I blew it.
Right.
And that was actually a turn in my success was on me.
Wow.
And so Pokey record wasn't really a Wreckshop record.
Got it.
If I would have still been home and not in the county during the time that we was trying to produce that record, I would have been able to hold that together. Then me and OD could have put them geniuses on it, and I know we would have killed the game. But anyway, Pokey, and then what I'm saying. Now I'm working with DJ XO. You know what I'm saying, right now at the moment. And then, I've done film stuff with Mike John. I work with all these guys out here in some form of capacity. From all of them, it ain't one of them that I haven't touched, or haven't, been blessed to work with them as well. So all of them, and just trying to help people sometimes, because you ain't got to have your hand in everybody's pocket. Sometimes you got to see the bigger picture, and that's something I've been pushing for, trying to make niggas understand, like, because we didn't have a music scene. So when we didn't have a music scene, nobody wasn't getting on. But then once we had the music scene, then you start from Pat to Kiki to Pokey to Flip to Zero, so all these guys came because we had a music scene. But when you kill the music scene, you kill the wheel. So we can compete with each other, but we gotta make our music scene compete with other music scenes. So you gotta know the difference. You gotta be like, nigga, I gotta beat you out. But I can't. I also know I gotta root for you.
Exactly.
Somebody got to be getting on, because it's a monkey see, monkey do.
That's called righteous competition. We don't wish nothing against you, but we making each other better, and we elevating.
Still sharp as steel.
You know what I wanted to ask you too, man, because everything you saying, it put me in a mind frame of this. Like, when you are the label owner, when you the man, you the CEO, it's almost like being the coach of a team, where you got to not only know the players to get, you got to know what players to put out there, and you got to be able to juggle personalities. Did you have like any type of issues like dealing with the different? Because you naming greats. So did you have that situation? How was you able to keep everybody in that family mode, and did you have some issues dealing with that at the time?
Man, that was my job.
Right.
And that job is the hardest job, but nobody ever get no credit for it. What happens is artists come, you develop them, you coerce them, you talk them. At the end of this, you coach them up, you push them, and the fans end up knowing and loving them, because that's what you created. It's like you create the monster. and then when that artist get mad at you, and they turn around, and the first thing they gonna always say, and I'm not saying they ain't got some shady CEOs. I ain't saying they got some niggas out here that wear that hat that should not be criticized for the way they moved or what they done with money. But everybody always want to say that nigga was the bad guy in the equation because he walked off with the most money. But what they don't say is that he the one probably walked up with the most money. He the one took the most risk. And he the one that probably held this shit together, put this shit together. You know what I'm saying? So that's one side of it. But I actually feel like I love my family. I'm a middle child. So I feel like with my family, man, teaching them how to become a unit was one thing. Then I always ran with my niggas. Like before in high school, I ran with a pack of niggas. Then when I got to college, I played Omega Psi Phi. I ran with a pack of niggas. So when I started the label, I was built to run with niggas. So when niggas, so when somebody had a problem, nigga, y'all get out there and fight it out, then we get back in here. But the main thing was to always know what the vision and the goal was. And if you see the vision and the goal, it'll allow you to, even me, humble myself at times. So I literally would walk into the studio or walk into the office and I could see in niggas when something was wrong.
Reading the mood, reading the room.
And I'll wait and I'll go find out what's wrong. And then try to fix it.
Right.
Because I knew how important it was.
Right.
And then that shit I told you earlier when I was in the county and I wasn't there no more. And then I left my responsibility to other people.
Right.
I saw it in. I was like,
you saw your value.
I saw my value because they like, man, fuck them, they all this shit. Da, da. Wow. And they didn't know how important the smallest person on that team was. One of the most important people on our whole Wreckshop team was Dirty Dollar. Nobody know that. You know about Mo, Dirty Dollar and wrote shit for everybody, fixed everybody verses, fixed this shit. Most of the ideas when it came to the film, the movie and all that, like that's who I vibe with him and we create together.
How you find Dirty Dollar?
When I was signing Pimp Tight, he was like the tag along cousin. But he had that raspy ass voice, and I like Dollar damn near more than else. I'm like, you get on the bus too, come on.
That's strong, man.
Man, one thing I got from him when he was saying, K, I don't know if you heard it, because I think he put down a blueprint of what you do when you come from somewhere else, and you come down to another city. He touched the heart of the city, man, and grabbed those guys. And it's a good thing, one thing I respect about you brought your people too, bro. Tight eyes and everybody else.
See, man, for me, it's weird, man, when I talk to people from Houston, because first and foremost, like even now, it's crazy. I've been here since 90, I've been there in 30 years, right? So I might be talking to a nigga 25. I'm like, motherfucker, I've been here longer than you.
I'm more Houston than you.
That's number one. Number two, we didn't have enough shit going on, in my opinion, for us to be trying to be like, where you from? I see niggas talking about Coast City, North Side, South Side, Beaumont. People are always trying to separate.
Right.
And I'm being real with you. I was naive and unconscious. If I was as conscious of what you're saying, I wouldn't have been able to do what I did. So it wasn't no blueprint.
Oh, what? Wow. You just being
nigga, I'm just coming here
trying after the people.
Nigga, I'm trying to sell music, bro.
Right. I don't care where you
I ain't got no. I had no. If I would have knew that niggas here was probably like this nigga from somewhere else, I probably wouldn't have done what I did because I would have been thanking for you instead of thanking for me. Man. I had tunnel vision, nigga.
Thank God.
Get rich about trying shit that 50 Cent talking about. Nigga, I live that.
I feel that.
From hustling, selling, whatever the fuck was nobody or nothing for get him stop that. And I have no time to be thinking about what nobody else around here is saying. So it allowed me to be more of a unifier without me coming in and joining in on all the separation shit. And I still live by that now. The film project I just did, I did that to unify. I did that to try to put that spirit back into our music scene, that we're more powerful together.
Come on, man, that's hard. That's tough right there. I'll tell you a little fun fact. Did you know this? You have more footage of Screw than most people in Houston right now. I think the only people that got enough is the one time they did the BET, the Rap City thing. But collectively, from all the videos and stuff, you got more footage of Screw.
And you know, I know that because, you know, there's so much opportunity for Screw's legacy right now. But that's the biggest obstacle. You know, they got a film that could potentially be shot if the fucking hate stopped.
I was talking about Travis Scott and them.
Yeah, but that ain't really Travis Scott. Travis Scott just an EP on it. I don't want to throw Travis under the bus, but Travis, you need to come on with it, nigga. But that's facts. But that was a great opportunity. And you got so many guys that want to be like, who, what? That's that fucking mentality I'm talking about again. Nigga, I don't give a shit, bro.
Yeah.
If this film can come out,
Right.
get this fucking film out.
Yeah.
It's gonna lift the city. It's gonna lift the music scene, whether your name in it or not.
Right.
I don't give a fuck if D-reck name. I don't give a fuck about that.
Right. No question.
Now you gonna make me curse, bro, because these people are so small-minded. So they rather kill some shit.
Yeah.
They rather kill their own self. Because man, if you were instrumental in that movement, bro, you can peel off some onion. You can peel off of that, and if you smart enough.
Exactly.
And everybody in mama know you can't make no movie and put no 50 niggas in it.
Nah.
When it was probably 100 niggas that was so close to Screw, because Screw was that type of dude.
Exactly.
So let's let the story get out.
Yeah.
And then they're gonna have another story, and then another story, and if the story do well, they're gonna keep digging deeper, want more and more, nigga. And if you was really that instrumental in what the fuck you talking about, then goddamn it, how the hell you ain't gonna? It's not gonna benefit you.
Y'all educating me because I don't know what the hell y'all talking about. But the principle of it is right. It's like when you got a championship team, even a 12th man gonna get some shine just because of the fact that we won. We won. Exactly. So it's gonna be people who are more elevated than others because of the popularity, the status, what they were able to do. But it ain't to slight nobody who played a role in it. And to your point, I agree with you 1,000%. Everybody's mind should be, if it's good, if it's for the better, let's just do it.
Let's do it.
We ain't worry about nothing else. But sometimes people have this mindset where they felt like they haven't received the props that they should have got over years and years and years. And that's something that's like almost like a trauma.
Yeah.
PTSD type thing. Like, I ain't never got my card. So now this gonna happen. They like, oh, y'all gonna do it to me again? And it shouldn't even be about that.
Nah, it shouldn't.
What's for you is for you.
It's for you, man. And if you really love Screw, like you say, then why wouldn't you want your partner to be celebrated, immortalized? But when you say, I want all that under one condition, that I get with him, I get the same, and that's what be going on, man. So it's like, I can look niggas in their eyes, they can tell me what they want, but then what you do is gonna tell me what's the truth. And the truth is, nigga, is that it ain't about Screw, it's about you.
Wow.
And so it's a lot of that be going on, man. But you know, Michelle, his sister, his family, Shard and Mac, all of them, and the one that I know personally, that I know Screw brought to my house, and that I went to his house, and who I know his family. I know who he told me was true and dear to him.
Yeah.
And you know, I stayed away from him for a long time, but then, you know, his sister came to me and she was like, Rick, I need help. And I'm like, how can I not win? I owe so much. So much to your brother. And I know for a fact, you know what I'm saying? He like, nigga, Red, my sister, love Lil Poppy, nephew. Poppy used to stay in my house.
Wow.
And I never knew Screw as long as all these guys that were here. But the 2-3 years that we developed a friendship, it was a great one, and a close one, and I know just the artists that I work with that came from the Screwed Up clique, man, and every one of them, he blessed that situation, and he really, you know, like when I was scratching my head at first, because I was like, damn, I told you I was tunnel vision. I already signed Pat. I ain't even talking Screw. It was I was in the studio one day and I was reading Murder Dog and something about Screw, and I was like, damn, nigga, hold on, you.
I done skipped over.
I done fucked up. And I met this brother, man, and this nigga was like,
humble as hell.
He was Screw.
He's like, nigga.
Dude, that man.
He like, nigga, let's go. And so I owe him so much. And man, he was one of the most genuine people that welcomed me when I first got here. And made me feel okay about what I was doing. To where, man, I would do any and everything I can to keep his name alive, keep his legacy alive. And I still feel like Screw represented everybody in this whole thing. So by doing that, I feel like we can give back to all of us.
Yeah.
It's just like that'd be our straight out of Compton, nigga. Like who would not want to see the DJ Screw story on the big screen? Whoever it is, you know, they being petty, man. Because if they worry about who said what, who behind it, who in it, and all this here shit, man. All I can tell you is just know, man, it's the family. Ain't nobody taking nothing from them. I won't let nobody take. I ain't taking shit from them, and that's who. If it all works out, that's who will be rewarded for it, man.
Yeah. We pray that jump off, man. We pray to jump off, and everything is laid out the way it needs to be, man. It's crazy how everybody that comes through here
Got the same story.
where they are connected to this area in some kind of way. Like Facebook up here.
Your face had his first CD.
When you came in, you was talking about how this is your old stomping grounds too, man. You know, we ain't gonna tell y'all where we at. But you know, what is it about this area, man? I mean, you started to label up in this area, you know, from South or something?
Across the street.
Cause one thing, for some reason, if you ask me, the Southwest was almost, I don't know, man. I'm talking about back 20 years ago.
Yeah.
It was like, it felt comfortable. You know what I'm saying? It just felt, it was a place, I guess somebody outside, whatever. It's just, it was something about it, man. And then, so when I first moved out, I moved out Fondren, you know, Bel Air, you know, that's where I came, you know what I'm saying? And then, I don't know, shit, the studio was right there. Throw a rock at that one. That's our old Wreckshop.
How do they do it? I know over here, they allow you to do some stuff with studio stuff, but you can't do none of that stuff during the day. You gotta do it at night when most of the people gone. How was it out there? Was it different then? Where you can have this rocket all day?
Yeah. Wasn't all in that shopping center like one. So we wasn't bothering nobody. That motherfucker was vacant.
Yeah.
And then they opened up a club like next door, one side of like not right next door, but in that shopping center, man. So it wasn't nothing going on, man. And that's why I had went there in the first place, because wasn't nothing going on. And I was
talking about early out the way.
Out the way, other shit. So I didn't want to be where there was a lot going on, man. And then but I truly wish we had a wall in there and everybody signed that wall.
Yeah.
Man, if I got pictures of it. Like, and when we started we got our deal and we moved to a more nicer spot. I promise God, man, we were supposed to cut that wall out, take that whatever you call it, the white chalk shit, whatever. We gonna cut that whole thing out, and we never did. And now I regret that, man, because I'm talking about everybody that came in that side. You couldn't even see the sheetrock no more. Like, it was just so many signatures, and so many memories, and so many super talented artists that I was so blessed to be around and be with, producers. Man, I gotta give a shout out like No Dirt, Double D. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can go on and on with all the producers, but as far as Wreckshop, Salih, you know, each one of them Chicken Hawk, like they were the original ones that created the Platinum Soul sound, and we knew that importance of creating a sound, and we did that. I'm proud of all that. I'm proud of all those guys. I take no credit for nothing except for being blessed enough to work with them guys. And
well, we'll give you the credit. Yeah, but somebody gotta galvanize. Somebody gotta be the leader. You know, and the leader, he creates structure. He creates organization. He puts the people in place, and then he can lay down a law of how we're gonna do this. And then he can kind of sit back and just say, okay, and then just work your vision out. Let the vision work itself out. Did y'all tell me about, because I know labels, so-called major labels coming at y'all. You got any stories behind any major label type situation like that, and how you handle that? Some people say, man, it ain't come good enough.
Yeah, that's good.
You know, money went out, we gonna stay like we are. What's your thing on that, and did you have any of them coming at y'all like that?
Man, I learned one of my biggest lessons about in life from, you know, like, I don't believe in mistakes, so who knows, you know what I'm saying? I tell niggas all the time, you might blow up, and then you might have been, I'm gonna answer quick, but when I was in the county during that time when every shit went bad, I was in there, and that's when Aaliyah died in a plane crash.
Right.
And I was like, if you had asked me 2 days before that, would you rather be in the county or would you rather be on this plane going to that video shoot with a Lil? I would have rather been there.
Yeah.
So I say that to say, you know, mistakes, you don't make mistakes. So sometimes what look like a mistake might be him putting you where you need to be.
Yeah.
So I ain't gonna call it no mistake, but decision wise and lessons being learned as far as going forward in business, I was debating between Priority because P had made all that money, and then Def Jam.
Yeah.
And I sat up there with Leah Cohen and Kevin Lyles, and they were trying to sell me on going to Def Jam. And we had that independent mentality.
Right. That's right.
So I'm like,
what we do.
I'm like, fuck that. I don't need no, you know. They were like, we're gonna put the machine around. We're gonna put the machine. I'm like, I already got a machine.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, if I had to go back and do it again, I just got that machine because they, even though they was offering a smaller percentage, I think they wanted to do like 50-50. I got them to 64, some shit like that, and then I went with. It was Priority before it turned into Capital, and they were gonna do like an 80-20 and 7 like crazy with me, and pay for marketing and recoup the money. And I took that, but then Priority, Ted, what's his name, sold the label, and then we went with Capital. And those relationships that Def Jam had with radio and the relationships that they had with BET at the time and all that, it was worth that percentage.
You was on it.
What they could get with a phone call, Capital had to spend a bunch of more money that they gonna come back and recoup from you. So anyway, I often wonder, you know, if I would have went with Def Jam instead, you know, what would have happened with that, because they wanted Mo, they wanted, Pokey was gonna be next. I already had him. They was ready to rock and roll with us, and then that's right when they did Def Jam South, and that's when Luda and them and Shaka and them. So I always say whatever happened with them could have happened with us. You know what I'm saying? So it's but you can't go back and replay. That was my and I tell anybody, man, it's better to have 10% of a mouth than 100% of an empire. Sometimes you gotta. That's that same mentality. I suffer from it too. So I know I'm critical out here and throw shit at my niggas and shit about, come on, think bigger. But even I have to challenge myself at times to think bigger, because sometimes it's so easy for us as black people that come from nothing. It's in us to want to hold each other back. It's in us to think small, and we gotta fight that.
One thing I got from you, you were saying like your spirit is something that you love to work with others. It's easy for you to work with others. Now, how about the other record labels in Houston? Were they just as easy to work with, or was it some kind of back and forth? How those relationships?
Man, I love people, bro.
Yeah.
And I mean, unless you just attack me, man, or something, you know, for no reason, and even then, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I love people. So I had no problems with nobody out here, period. You know what I'm saying? We had no label beef. I ain't had no CEO beef with nobody, period. From the bottom to the top, you know, because I'm not finna try to take nobody artist stealing nothing or nothing, man. I'm so in tune with the music scene working to where it's easy for me to want to see another nigga somewhere else get on too. I ain't worried about it.
Yeah.
If the next, you know, you might get on too, nigga. In fact, sometimes it ain't best to be the first nigga on.
Yeah. So you can see what
you feel what I'm saying? The first niggas on, the niggas that ran away with all the money was the niggas that got on later.
Yeah, because the
that's how they doing it now.
originators gonna take the biggest hit. They gotta always say that you the one chopping down the trees and cleaning out the land. And making a pathway for whoever come behind you. But that's a role that somebody gotta play. If you play that role, then that's the role you play. And then you still try to keep yourself as relevant as you can in order to still eat off of what you build. You know, even though somebody else might come and give them more, okay, that's a blessing, that's beautiful. But I'm gonna keep myself in position to still, hey, I'm still right here with y'all. You know what I'm saying? So that's a good point, man. That's a real good point. What you think would it have been like back then, if social media was around back in the day when y'all was in a lab and just creating like that, man? I can just imagine how that would be.
Man, I have 1 billion followers.
Man, I
believe it. I have a billion followers. I know for sure, man, because the shit that went on across the street in that studio, bro. Man, there's so many viral moments in that
Wreckshop put the soundtrack of the X's, the power.
Instagram would have been killing up. The crazy shit that went on the road.
Wow.
The crazy shit that went on in that studio.
Yeah.
The freestyles and the artistic shit that took place.
Man, I can imagine.
I only hate that we didn't, get more footage, man.
So y'all hit the road as a unit a lot with all the names you named, like the ESGs and the Focus and all that. How did that go down for it on the road?
Man, we always rolled out Wreckshop family.
Yeah.
And then most of the time on these shows you had somebody else. But what the beautiful thing was, I knew, and I don't want to say but it was important that we had our own chillin' circuit.
Yeah.
So you had the Troy D's over there in Louisiana, RFD and us, I'm not saying these guys weren't already doing shows, but I came in and embraced that shit so that we could shuffle from city to city to city. So usually it'd be one of us on the road. But the cool thing about it was when we was in Austin, Kiki probably was in Lafayette.
Right.
And then Pocket might have been in Dallas.
Right.
And Lil O might have been in Little Rock.
Yeah.
So we was all spreading the same germ though. Because on each one of them niggas' records, they was always all on each other's records. So we had the wheel turning with the shows, and we were able to take this shit that started off at Screwhouse and that sound that took over Houston.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's what played a major role in us taking the whole culture out of Houston and made it Texas. And then we expanded. We did that through the shows and through conscientiously spreading this shit.
Right.
We used to sit up in there and have our meetings, man. I had the label, and then I had a full staff.
Yeah.
We had radio, somebody did radio, somebody did retail, somebody did streets. We had meetings in the morning.
Departments.
And a lot of times I would be up in that studio till 3 or 4 in the morning, and I either stay there or go home, and them niggas my witness, and then come back in the morning 9 to 10, be with Laura and them. Had full of that shit though, but we had that beat. And then go home around noon. Go home around noon and sleep, and then get up at 6 or 7 o'clock and come do it again. But we was working our ass off. But we had so much fun. So it didn't feel like work.
That's the key, man. And I think a lot of time when the business start to get real business, it take your focus off, like say that fun part, man. Let me ask you this question here, this interesting, because 2023, the way Houston is set up, I can't speak for other cities. Back in y'all's day, of course you got Wreckshop, you got Rap A Lot, you got Big Time, you got Jam, you got
Residential,
Swisher House. Okay, why, in your opinion, why we don't have labels like that? What changed in your mind that feel like you don't see just a bunch of established labels that's doing things with rosters? How did that die, in your opinion?
It died when retail died. It died because the major labels and technology wanted it dead.
Come on. Big on it.
They killed it.
Introduced to the stream.
It don't make sense no more. It stopped making sense. Those whole things was built off of selling CDs. You couldn't buy singles. So if I spend $100,000 you gotta buy the album. You couldn't go buy Tom's Drop.
I remember that.
So it broke the whole. So it broke the whole business model. And it's still to this day take the same energy to push a record. You push albums through one record. But back then, you couldn't buy one record. You had to buy the whole thing.
The only way you can get a single if it was a promo. He absolutely right. It was a promo single. That's a fact, bro. Dang, that's amazing. So that model, you don't think that model can be duplicated even in the digital age, where if you was same energy as D-reck, the come in today and say, man, I'm gonna find me some young
They
cats.
still have it now. Don't get it twisted. And it's kind of, you still see them, you know, don't make me start lying. Like, you still see a lot of artists put on other artists now.
CMT.
That power switched away too from money. Like, dang, a young artist, he ain't looking for no brain with no bread. He looking for an artist that can put him on.
Yeah, it already is established.
So the game, the pathway has also shifted.
Gotcha.
Because if you look at most artists that's coming out now, they come through another
They come under
artist.
somebody.
Another artist that got a million followers that can post their shit and make them go viral. So the whole dynamics, like that's what I was trying to explain like earlier. I'm not trying to toot my own horn. There was a formula to the shit.
Right.
It wasn't by accident.
Right.
And the niggas that knew the formula was really running the place. Because a lot of the plays, like Master P ran a lot of the plays through retail.
Right.
Because you had the returns game.
Yeah.
So if you ship 50,000,
That don't mean you sold.
but here's the deal: if you ship 50, you pretty much was gonna automatically sell 20 because they would only return so much.
Okay.
You
They
feel
gonna
me?
hold on.
They gonna hold something.
can't.
So that's why niggas was just shipping records.
Right.
Once you had established and got yourself to where your pre-orders could be over a certain amount,
There you go.
then so for me, that's how I got my point was
They'll pay you.
And they was paying.
They'll pay you on what you ship, even if you don't move. Yeah.
So if I pressed up on a release, whether it was an artist out of scratch, after I got Wreckshop where I got it, when retail knew my brand,
Right.
I'm shipping 20,000 units. I know at least 7 or 8 on the worst record in the world is not coming back.
Right.
And that's times 8.
Yeah.
So if I threw in 100 at some, the worst I'm gonna lose is 20 or 30, but then we ain't putting out no trash, so 9 times out of 10, on the worst, I'm gonna break even.
Yeah.
So it allowed me to start putting out 4 records a year instead of 2.
Man,
But it was a science to it,
Come on, man.
You with movies and DVDs.
He's teaching me.
Yeah, it wasn't no accident, man. It wasn't no, hey, you just met Fat Pat, you just met these guys. No, nigga, we had it was start out strategically put together.
Come
And
on.
that's why you need the flowers, you know.
Without a doubt.
Yeah, because you are one of those forefathers of Houston without knowing it. Yeah, if you don't know, we tell you the date.
Let me ask you this. See, now I'm creating scenarios in my mind. It's hypothetical. So, how would you approach today as a CEO, as a labor owner in the digital age? What would be your approach if you say, I'm gonna do the same thing I did, but now I gotta go through this digital lane to make it? Is that possible, or how could you pull that off?
Well, see, 20 years ago, I ain't tell everybody about the chip back there.
Yeah, right.
So I ain't gonna tell them now.
No.
You know I'm cracking a joke.
I'm gonna say,
Cause I have no ambition to create no label right now, man.
I would have been mad. Like, okay, I was like, you right.
I'm like,
Don't
on the whip game, man. They gonna fuck the whole dope game. Everybody around here whipping dope. Nah, man, I wish I knew, bro. I really wish I knew. I don't.
Yeah, I got it.
I don't, man. I've been toying with it and playing with it. But to be honest, I ain't focused on that. I'm focused on, and you guys probably be one of the first ones to know, like, I'm focused on building something, which we are in the process right now. We're going to probably launch it in the summer. That is a tool for artists to be their own CEO. Because that's what I see as the future.
Right. No doubt.
I don't see that coming back. I see that artists need tools, man. And we got a thorough ass application that we're getting ready to launch that, in my opinion, the goal is to disrupt the entire music system with it. And I know everybody got all these ideas and shit, but I'm finna bet on mine. And it's a tool for artists. We got a Music Biz course. We're gonna teach, educate, and give a tool that artists can use so that they can control their own destiny, and also allow the everyday guy, fans, to actually have ownership in their music. You know what I'm saying? So just imagine, you know what I mean, how many videographers and guys that do graphic design and shit that get paid $400-$500 and then they go get sent home, and now you can actually own a piece of a song and pass that shit on to your kids. And
That's
actually
dope, man. Because you're right. So a lot of people in the game they work as a one-time deal. Like the artist, I work ain't a one-time. You can be publishing forever, and royalties forever long, and you got your stuff in on. So yeah, that is amazing how you can make an iconic album cover. And whatever they ain't even 200 back in 1992, that's all you got. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. We started up an organization called ARC back in 2014, our Artists Respect the Community. And that's what we try to do is just any knowledge that we have about this business of music, we try to relay that out, man. So, you know, when we next time we start meeting and doing things, I'm contacting you. I love you coming.
Man, I love to be there, bro.
I've been there before, and it's like a whole little community. You need radio people. You need
everybody.
Everything is in there.
We try to educate, man. You know, like because even 25, 30, 40 years in, we'll be foolish to act like we know everything.
Right.
It's so much evolution that's taking place. So we steady learning, like how to think. We never saw this thing going from what we came from to where it is now with the digital, and we never saw it coming. Yeah. So we gotta always be thinking forward to like, where's it gonna go next?
Right.
You know, you're gonna be standing with your drawers around your ankle, or you gonna get ahead of it and try to at least be in the room to see what the hell is going on.
And that's answered your question from earlier. Like, how would I do it? No, I ain't worried about how I did what I try to do it now. Yeah. I'm doing the same thing, trying to see what's next. Yeah. And man, I just want to commend you while we are here. Yeah. Commend both y'all on the show, but I want to salute you, man. Because when I landed here, I already knew of you. It's our first time, bro. I respect everything you did. And you pioneered a lot. And the most beautiful thing, though, is that you still give back, like what you just spoke on. So, man, continue to do that. And I'm telling you, anything like that, man, I'm there. You hit me, I'm there, bro.
Man, well, salute to you, brother, because, like I say, I think that the job of a label owner and a CEO, that's one of the hardest jobs that don't get enough credit for being that hard. Because, like I said earlier, you're juggling all these personalities, and you still have to have the business model in your mind. How are we even gonna do this? How are we gonna even get this done? And you gotta be able to let your nuts hang to go in, and when you're dealing with these people, whether it's people at the radio station, whether you sitting down in New York corner, you know, and y'all know how I feel about that cat, but that's another story. Them cats, that's another episode.
Yeah.
But to be able to go in and be that strong voice and presence when you need to in representation of your label and like your artist, everybody ain't built to do that, bro. Yeah. So I salute you and commend you because you're not gonna reach the levels of success that y'all reached if the leader ain't a strong leader. Yeah. And so, you know, that's just my props to you, fam.
Appreciate it. Yeah. We got much more work to do though.
What's something you working on now, man? Whether it's music or outside, what you got going on? Let us know,
man. Artist wise and producer, and it's a reason too, man. Like I'm XO, No Sleep, D-Boy, all those young cats. I'm not into a lot of management right now doing that. You know what I'm saying? Because of what you said, that takes a lot out of you. You gotta have patience and stuff, man. It's like raising, like me trying to have a kid right now. I don't want no kid right now. I'm too old. But I work with those cats, man, because they already kind of D-Boy. Y'all know him. Like I feel like he's a younger me. You know what I mean? And they kind of self-sufficient. All they need is some guidance, and funding and help and stuff. And then EXO is, by being a producer, man, I feel like he can link more artists. So I feel like the day that he, actually, I know he's got his production imprint going well, but I feel like when they see him as an artist, he gonna open up the door for so many other artists. So that's always me trying to see our music scene move forward. We got film projects coming up. Just did Dirty Third, Next Generation. I got a comedy I'm gonna work with next year. I got some comic shit out. That's a lot of what I'm finna do.
Right.
I don't even want to tell what we got going. Me and Terry Grossman. But those things. But on the tech side, man, I'm very much trying to, what I was talking about earlier, getting ready to go into that lane. I'm trying to create things that allow me to still be a part of this without me having to be a part of this, part of the bullshit.
Yes.
I'm past that.
Right.
I survived the gunplay shit. I've survived the legal shit. I've been on trial twice. I've survived going bankrupt and coming back.
Right.
I'm not ashamed of that. I've survived. So, you know, I'm like, let me stay out, you know, let me do what I can do to try to help other niggas not have to go through what I went through. So, you know, kids now are crazier and this is never. They're also more intelligent now and more opportunities are out there for them to make more money. And every time we lose one, we lose a piece of our freedom, man, because people don't really understand. They need to know that freedom is bought, is purchased through power, and power is through money. So every time we lose another multimillionaire kid, then we are losing more financial power as we go. So we don't see it, because we don't see it that way. We like, man, it's just another nigga dead.
Yeah.
But now, nigga, that's about $3 million, $5 million, or $10 million, or $100 million of black wealth that we kill. Man. So we kill every time we're killing some of our number one money making motherfuckers that can bring bread back, and people don't see that now. These young niggas is flipping money and turning into businessmen.
Right. Yeah.
And every time you kill one of these niggas, you killing, you know, because we are not gonna ever, we can protest, march, beg, scream, all that shit, all you want, man. As long as we are the poorest race of people, niggas gonna be getting killed by the police. Yeah. All that Black Lives Matter shit is cool, I'm with it, but nigga, you cannot beg these policemen to stop killing us. They kill us because we the poor ones. Yeah. You feel me? It ain't no repercussion for killing the poorest people. Yeah. So we need money.
And the lack of unity that we made to display against each other. We don't come together because our unity would supersede the financial situation if those devils who's killing us look and say, "No, you can't go in there doing that because there's gonna be a consequence behind it."
That's my
point. Can't
point.
do that. Collectively have always been our way out of this whole situation. Because you know, like individually, we say, "Oh man, he ain't got no money. I ain't got no money." But we put in like 1.6 trillion, almost $2 trillion a year in the economy just as black people alone. So collectively, we got it. But if the unity ain't there, then they gonna always be justified in doing what they doing because ain't that gonna happen. Like you said, we gonna march and holler and scream and we gonna go home. Yeah. And then 6 months later, it's gonna be another. So we gotta learn the unity side of it. And it rolls back to you again. Because a guy like yourself who can bring personalities and people together, that's a unifying presence that you have. You know, so I mean, I think that guidance that you're able to give these people is more focused on how to come together too, more so than just the business, man. That's just mine. No,
and I'm telling you, man, we really saying the same thing, bro, because out of that 1.6, all that money, and it's the mentality of it. So it's one way to say we need money. Yeah. But when I say money, I mean the power that comes with it, the unification of that money. And the thing is, when's the last time, because, you know, for me, I always just dissect shit to the bottom. So to the bottom is, the government ain't for us, because we don't pump enough money in the government.
Exactly. Yeah.
So You feel me? So that 1.6, we buying tennis shoes. But when's the last time somebody approached you and said, let's take some of this money? What they call them jokers that go and make the congressmen and senators vote their way?
The lobbyists.
The lobbyists.
Yeah.
Like when's the one of the number one lobbying groups in the United States is the country of Israel.
Oh wow, that's a whole nother. Go ahead, keep on.
One of the other top lobbying motherfuckers.
America's pimp. I mean, my bad. Yeah,
It's a pimp. One of the other top lobbyists, of course, you got gays, you got everybody there. But what is the number one black? The Hispanics actually have a high power. So the problem I'm trying to say is that 1.6 trillion, some of that money has to go over here and be used to influence and sway those laws that we're begging for. Mm-hmm. If we had enough niggas up there that's financially beholden to us, then we can get some. So it goes deeper, man. Well, I'm gonna have to come.
That's the tough part.
Yeah.
If we allow ourselves to be bought and sold by them powers, then you got nothing but a black face in a high place. So we look at it like, okay, yeah, we put this guy up there, then he got up there and he sold us out when they brought him behind the curtain. So once we decided, okay, see, I'm an advocate. I'm an advocate of separation. I feel like we should just move ourselves out of just America, period, in terms of the mindset and the system and the way, and do it ourselves. Because you're right, everybody has I won't say a military structure, but I would say they have a front. They have a united front that they can lean on, where if something is said or done to them, they people gonna come out.
Yeah.
And we got to get on code to the point where we can say, okay, hold on, man, y'all. Like we talk about with Kyrie and different people like that. We don't have people that'll come out. Well, we do, but we don't have enough of it that's gonna come out and say, hey, man, hold on. You can't just do it no any kind of way.
Yeah, exactly.
They scared they gonna get shut down.
Right.
Yeah.
And they know at that point, let me shut up. I can't.
Yeah.
We got to get to that. That's what a power is. That's what a power is. So we can cry about it all day long.
Let's do this here, man.
Yeah.
I'm gonna throw this and then I'm gonna throw another one at you.
Oh, yeah.
So the first one I'm gonna throw at you is, I ain't going nowhere. This country mine.
Yeah.
Fuck that shit. These white folks got niggas confused because they put the flag around the racist shit and try to make the flag synonymous with racism.
Yeah,
Because they smart enough and they understand symbols.
Yeah.
So I ain't going nowhere, bitch. We built this motherfucker.
Look.
But let's do it.
No, we on the same page.
Yeah.
Because when I say separation, see, like when you talk about, I'm like Muhammad, he taught separation.
Yeah.
So separation don't mean that we leave.
Yeah.
Because if you and 5 of your family members built a house from the ground up, and then when you build that house, they just got you standing in a little bitty corner. Y'all can't leave out this corner of this house, but we other people are enjoying this house. Nah, I got a stake in this house.
Yeah.
I'm a major contributor to the building of this house. So no, separation don't mean we leaving.
Okay.
It means you gonna give us some of this land to call our own. That's what it means. So yeah, you're right. We got a heavy stake in this country. Matter of fact, this whole thing was established and built by us on the backs of us.
Yeah.
Now we the same people y'all said that was running around Africa savages with bones in our nose, but yeah, we got the knowledge to build all of y'all structure. Everything. So it's a lot. So now we on the same page.
So let's do this too, man. Next time, let's just do a paper and politics talk. Today we were talking about D-reck, man.
Hey,
I will come back in here. You can't tell me whatever. I'm back over here.
this is underground dialogue. We know it all.
We paper and politics, baby. We put a couple niggas in. Let's get it on,
We
man.
have a panel discussion because this is the type of stuff that our people need.
They don't want to talk about that.
Financial literacy,
Yes.
the cause for unity, how to properly use our dollar and our money, curtailing and stopping the violence among us.
Conflict resolution.
Resolution.
Yeah.
All these different things are topics we need. So we definitely gonna do that, bro. We set that up. I'm gonna make sure you sitting exactly where you sitting at.
That's it, man.
The great D-reck.
Man, I enjoy it like
Man,
that.
that's beautiful, man. That's beautiful, man. You got Instagram, anything you want to give information?
Man, ain't nobody following D-reck. Hey, look,
I be
they ain't following me neither.
But
then you motherfuckers that do want to follow me. It's at Wreck Real, man. Maybe if I change that motherfucker to D-reck, I don't know, but it's RECKREAL. That's my Instagram.
Yeah.
D-reck Dixon, that's my Facebook and shit, man. And I know why y'all want to follow me, because I be on there talking about the paper and the politics.
Hey, man, that's what you need to.
I ain't on there talking about shit.
The real ain't never popular, bro. The real ain't never popular.
That's
man.
facts.
But the bottom line is, it ain't popular, but it's necessary.
And I tell you what, I don't even give a damn, because I'm not a show you everything, nigga, anyway. So,
God with me, I don't know how you feel about it. Straight up,
man.
Straight up, man.
I enjoy it, man.
And thank you, brother.
Thank y'all for having me, man.
This conversation, talk with you.
Yes, sir. Man.
D-reck, man.
Give us his flowers, man. This man is a staple. It's a staple. When I say brought Houston's music stuff to the top, man, you really did that, big dog.
Check out that Dirty 30 Next Generation.
When did it come out? Is it out
It's
now?
out, man.
Where you check it out at?
They can check it out right now on Amazon Prime.
There we go.
Yeah.
You did new music for it?
Man, the soundtrack is outstanding from what I heard.
From what you heard, you don't know?
Yeah, I know it. I know
Yeah,
it.
he said from what he heard. Y'all gotta speak for
Y'all
yourself.
heard, man.
They can get that too?
They get it all, man. It's all out there. Next generation, Dirty 30. It's yours, it's your culture, man. We try to reflect it. I put some old niggas on there, some young niggas. You know what I'm saying? We just getting started. If you wasn't on there, you be on the next one, man. Root for it, salute it.
Yeah.
Don't hate it down. It's yours. You know what I'm saying?
Did you do it like with like improv like you did the other ones?
The films?
Yeah.
Man, it's a little bit of this, man.
Yeah.
That's a whole nother outcome.
Yeah.
That's a whole nother thing, man.
Yeah.
I want when y'all get a chance, check it out, and if y'all like it. I think I got a recipe for that shit.
Yeah, because the first one, the call, they said, I was, you know,
I think I got a recipe.
Yeah,
for
every
it.
time they was saying, man, we ain't had no script.
I think I got a recipe for hood flicks, man. I think I got a little recipe.
My brother, man, he put me on a Dirty 30. He just back when the first drop. He 10 years younger than me, so every time I come in there, he just watching this movie. They watching it over and over again. And every time I come in there,
Yeah.
it's one or two more people in there watching. He bringing people, putting people on.
Yeah.
So I think, man, what y'all watching? And I think I passed by. I think I seen ESG on there. I said, what is it? And that's Dirty 30. And I sat down and I watched that movie, man. And I was highly impressed, bro. I was like, man, if y'all telling me y'all was just freestyle improv that together, y'all did a hell of a job, bro.
And you know, everybody they love to say, man, we just freestyle now. It's really like reality shows.
Yeah.
Scripted, unscripted.
Gotcha. Once you know the template of what we talking about, everybody kind of know where to go.
Sauce on
Doing their own way, because the worst thing everybody try to do is turn niggas into actors.
Yeah.
That ain't actors.
Right.
So it's better to just let a nigga act himself.
Exactly. I mean, you got the best out of 3 too.
Yeah.
You got the best out of 3 too on that one, boy.
Yeah.
And screw with the flip flops and the slides.
Yeah.
You got a skinny zero.
Yeah. We have fun, man. That's the main thing.
That's
Fun.
another thing. Like I say, man, you know, y'all running off all these names.
Yeah.
People ain't gonna gravitate towards you. All those people we talking about throughout your history.
Southpaw
if it
Mexican,
wasn't something that was a magnetism or attractive power that you had, bro. So, you know, salute and blessings.
Yeah.
Well, man, I just want to do God's duty with it, and I just let everybody. I don't care what you call him. I don't care how you praise him.
That's right.
But just, know he is real, he exists, and lean on him and not yourself, and you'll be all right, man. Be yourself. And if you get blessed a little long enough, you come full circle and you get where you like, now I just want to do his will right now. I'm blessed to live through all that, man. I pray all you little young brothers out here, man, y'all quit killing each other, quit killing yourself, man.
Good job. Come on, man.
There we go,
D-reck, man.
Dropping jewels.
Man. Y'all gonna have to rewind this one and pluck out the nuggets that because he was saying stuff that just in regular conversation, but that was like break it down and profound, so go back and watch this over and over again and peel back the layers, man. Thank you.
There you go.
Oh,
sir.
Thank y'all.
Underground Dialogue Podcast.
Yes, sir.
Speak for itself. It's your big brother K. We know.
And it's your boy Keith Stove.
Much love to y'all, man. Peace and blessings.
Already.
What up, man? It's your big brother K.
And Keith Stove in the door.
Underground Dialogue Podcast. As y'all can see, man, the merch is in.
merch
We
is
got
in.
hoodies. We hats and hoodies on these boys, man. So look, if y'all want to get some of this Underground Dialogue Podcast merchandise, y'all need to jump on now. Let them know what they got.
You just go to the website. It's called undergrounddialogue.com and pictures, whatever you need, we got you right there, man. Come and help support the Underground Dialogue Podcast. And man, get you some of this cold ass merch, man.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm
what it is, man. We ain't playing with it, man. Look. Look at that.
All grassroots, man.
You know what I'm saying? These are different. See, this is the logo.
And this is the logo.
More of the corporate look. So whatever y'all need, different colors. We don't want to be like this right around time, just in time for winter.
Right in time for Christmas. Go to undergrounddialogue.com. Get yours today.
Salute.
I wonder if they ready. They ain't ready to have this conversation. Or these kind of conversations. Guess what? We gonna have them anyway. Underground dialogue. We gon' tell the truth. We ain't scared like a lot of y'all. Matters who they are. Do we bow? Not at all. Dropping bombs on this wicked world, so it gotta fall. Underground dialogue. We gon' tell the truth. We ain't scared like a lot of y'all. Matters who they are. Do we bow? Not at all. Dropping bombs on this wicked world, so it gotta fall. From the industry to the Oval Office, we expose the darkest motives of them all and disclose what the protocol is. Thinking and moving logical, stopping every maneuver possible, and apologizing for truth is not optional. We gon' help you with what you go through, reshaping mold you.
And they took his own ideas, own creation away from him.